everyone, I'm here today with another bullet journal video. This time I'll be doing a flip through of my October to November spread. I actually have another flip through that I have filmed previously, which I'll be linking below. However, I have changed up the way I use my bullet journal quite a bit, as you will see in this video. If you were wondering, this is the leuchtturm 1917 in the soft cover medium size with the dotted grid. This actually only has around 120 pages, so I am basically done with this journal and will be moving on to a new one starting in December. I use my bullet journal for a huge variety of things. I just found it easier for me to kind of have a place to dump everything I need into. I use it for my to-do list, weekly spreads, journal entries, and more. In the beginning, I restricted my bullet journal for only kind of planning related spreads and have found that I ended up not using my journal as a lot. However, I've started to use my bullet journal for journal entries and a mix of trying out different spreads as well. I've been using it a whole lot more and I really love it. I also want to note that I do use another planner in conjunction with this bullet journal because I have found that it's the system that works best for me. I will be doing another video soon on how that whole planning system works. Now, time to get started. The first few spreads you will see here are my blogging, Instagram, and social media related spreads. If you've watched my plan with me, you've already seen me create these spreads, so I won't be going into very many details about it. If you want to see that video, I'll be linking it down below as well. On the left, we have my header page for the month. It just says blog, Instagram, YouTube, and more. On the right are my monthly goals, which I try to plan out and fill out throughout the month. On the next page, we have my blog planner. As you can tell, I actually didn't use it very much because I've just been in a blogging slump. Here we have my Instagram and YouTube planners. I found the YouTube to-do list pretty useful, but the Instagram side not so much. The next page is my reading log and my monthly wrap-up. Now here are some of the spreads I've experimented with in the last month. On the left we have my music playlist. On the right we have this little quote that I washi taped on. Here's one of the first spreads that I experimented with some daily spreads on. I started to add in a lot of quotes and pictures, and I found that this made it really fun to bullet journal. Now we have one of my first journal entries. I printed out some pictures and pasted them in. If you watch Korean dramas, you probably recognize some of these screenshots. I just compiled some of the dramas that I was watching that month and pasted them on that page. On the right, we have a weekend to-do list. I really liked the color theme I went with, but it was kind of hard to read. After going through Tumblr, I found that a lot of people journal in their bullet journal. I didn't realize this was really an option because I only saw people use it as a planner, but I ended up really liking it, and this is one of the first journal entries I did. On the left here, we have another journal entry I did. If you're wondering, those post-it notes are just kind of to cover up some personal stuff I don't want to share. On the right, we have another to-do list. Here are two more daily spreads. The one on the left is actually a Thursday-Friday, so it's a double spread, and the one on the right is just a single day. As you can tell, I split them up by class, so I know which assignments I need to do or how much I need to study per class because I find this easier than lumping it all into one. Here are two of my academic related spreads. On the left, we have an essay planner. I used it to split up my essay writing process into pre-planning, writing, and then editing afterwards. On the right, we have my exam study guide. I split up all the chapters that were going to be on the midterm, as well as inputting the different methods I'll use to study for them. I added in a progress bar as well to track how well I knew those subjects. Next, we have my November monthly spread. I did a plan with me on this, so you can see that on my YouTube video. In November, I didn't have as many tasks to do, so I decided to start doing weekly spreads instead of daily spreads again. I did a plan with me on this one as well, so I'll link the YouTube video right here. On the left here we have a trip planner where I wanted to list out places I wanted to go for a trip I was going to make. On the right we have a want list, basically my wish list for the month. On the left here we have another weekend to-do list. There's nothing really special about this spread either. And on the right we have another journal spread that I covered up. Here we have my Korean drama log, basically with all the episodes I want to watch. And then on the right we have kind of my fall favorites. It's kind of random, but I just felt inspired to do one of these. On the left we have another journal spread. As you can tell, I got really into journaling. And then on the right here I have a random wanderlust kind of post. It's just a spread talking about reasons why I want to travel, and I think I saw a Tumblr post that inspired me to do this. Next we have my Christmas related spreads. On the left we have a wish list, and then on the right I have a Christmas to do with kind of some ideas of what I need to do. And here's another spread that you've seen me do in a plan with me. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on my channel. Now here's another weekend to do. As you can tell, I usually have quite a bit to do on the weekends, so I don't like to try to squeeze them into my weekly spreads. And then on the right I have a happy thoughts spread. On the left we have another journal spread, and then on the right I have my ideas for my new bullet journal because I wanted to list out some ideas for the spreads that I wanted to set up in the very beginning of my new bullet journal. And here's a spread that was inspired by TBH studying on YouTube and Instagram. On the left we have another journal spread, and then on the right I have a bunch of receipts and random things I found in my bag. And here are some of the stuff that I collected. I see a lot of people paste these things in journals, and I thought it'd be really cool to do that for myself as well. It works as a really nice memory log. On the left, I listed out a whole bunch of workouts for the week, and then on the right, I have a weekly spread. I only did a one-page spread for this week because I was really busy, and so I didn't want to waste too much time trying to set up my bullet journal. On the left, we have another journal spread, and then on the right, I have my November music playlist. And here's a weekly spread that you guys actually haven't seen. I didn't film a plan with me for this because I just wasn't ready and my camera wasn't charged. I know, so many excuses, but I felt like my videos were getting a little repetitive as well. However, let me know if you want to see weekly plan with me's for my weekly spreads. I really went out of my comfort zone with the color theme for this spread. As you can tell, I am normally a huge fan of pastels, so it was kind of awkward to stick with dark colors. On the left here, I have another kind of journal spread. I went to watch Fantastic Beasts with a friend and we took some pictures, so I decided to dedicate a page to it. I know it seems kind of a waste to waste a whole page on it because these journals are sort of expensive. However, I think it's really nice to look back on and see these pictures and plans in one place. And now we have an actual planning spread. I own an online shop that sells bows, so I was trying to plan out the sales we were going to have that day as well as things I need to do to prepare for the sale. If you're curious, you can check us out at ombshop.com. Next, we have a swatch page of some of my favorite markers and highlighters. Starting with friction highlighters, Uni Propus, Stabilo Boss, mildliners, and then Stabilo .88, and then Staedtler's markers. Lastly, I have this thankful log, which I haven't filled out yet, and that's about it. The last few pages are perforated, so I don't think I'll be using them. I have some sticky notes on here, but nothing in that back pocket. I hope you like this flip through. I hope my spreads gave you a little inspiration for your own bullet journal spreads. If you don't have a bullet journal yet, I highly recommend you go out and just get a notebook and start one, because I really love what I've done with this, and I'm so glad I started this. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments below if you have future video suggestions. See you guys next time!